Hello aspirants, welcome back to India for IAS. This is Manjunath Madhur. In this video, we are going to study about the first woman in space. It means the first woman who went to the space. So this topic falls under GS3 paper Science and Technology and also GS2 paper International Relations. Context is Cold War. So the first woman went to the space during Cold War period. So this was in the context of space race. Space race. The first woman to venture into space is Valentina Tereshkova. She is from USSR, that is Soviet Union. So the context is during Cold War. There was a space race between USA and USSR. So at that time, the NASA did not allow the woman to venture into the space. So the USSR, that is Soviet Union, it took a small step forward and sent Valentina Tereshkova to the space. So she became, that is Valentina Tereshkova became the first woman to venture into the space. So if we look into the background of the story, so it was during the Cold War context. So there was a political tension and competition between two superpowers after World War II. That is, one is USA, another one is USSR. So that time it was a bipolar world. There are two power centers, one led by USA, which represents capitalistic society and democratic society, whereas the other one is represented by USSR, which represents the socialistic society. So there was a growing tension, political, economic, and technological competition between these two countries. So within this context, the one more significant aspect of competition is space race. The two countries, they were showcasing their technological superiority one over another. So they were achieving many milestones. So the Russia is the first country to venture into space. It launched a satellite called Sputnik. So it started the space race. With the launch of Sputnik artificial satellite in the year 1957, the USSR began space race. So in addition to this, in the year 1961, USSR sent Yuri Gagarin to the space. So he orbited the Earth in the space and it became one of the significant milestone. He was the first human to orbit the Earth and he is also the first man to orbit the Earth. So after sending Yuri Gagarin to the space, the USSR it wants to achieve one more milestone in its space race. So it wanted to send a woman into the space. So what it did, it selected Valentina Tereshkova and sent her to the space. So by sending her to the space, the USSR it also achieved another milestone. That is, it is the USSR is the first country to send a man to the space and a woman to the space. Coming to the background of Tereshkova, she was an amateur skydiver. She was an amateur skydiver, and which made her strong candidate for her selection for space. So, because of her abilities and competency in skydiving, so she was selected for the space, and she also one of the factory worker and she was a daughter of war hero. So these two aspects made her an ideal Soviet citizen. The reason being she represented working class and loyalty to the state. So these two values made her selection strong. It was on June 16, 1963, Valentina Tereshkova flew aboard Vostok 6 mission and she became the first woman in space. With this flight, she got international recognition, and every year on June 16, Valentina Tereskova's space exploration is remembered and celebrated worldwide. With this milestone, the USSR was front runner in the space race. So this is all about the first woman in space, that is regarding Valentina Tereshkova. And the mission name is Vostok 6 mission. After Valentina Tereshkova, many women went into the space. So here we have provided one table. So from Soviet Union or Russia. So following are the women who went into space. That is, first one is Valentina Tereshkova, then Svetlana Sachitskaya, Elena Kondakova, Elena V. Kondakova, Elena Serova. Then from USA, Sally Ride, Judith Resnick, Catherine Sullivan, Mae Jemison, and Ellen Collins. So these are the women who went to the space from USA. So then from other countries, from United Kingdom, Helen Sherman, and from France, Claudie Hemmings, and from Japan, Chaiki Mukai, and from China, Liu Yang, and from South Korea, Yi Soo-yeon. So these are the few women who went into the space from different countries. So based on the topic that we have discussed so far, so here we have provided one prelims practice question. So go through the question and comment your answer. The answer and detailed explanation for this question and the detailed notes of this video available in the PDF handout, which you can download by joining our Telegram channel. The link to Telegram channel is provided in the description box. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Till then, happy learning.